Hi everyone, welcome to Gigi's Honeybees. Today is August the 20th, 2025, and I'm out here at my hives looking on them, just checking on them, seeing what's happening. My weak hive, let me start with the one that we call Ruby. That was the name that Lakin gave to the queen in that hive. That hive is just really weak. I don't know what's going on there. Y'all saw in the previous video where I posted where they were just on the ground walking away from the hive. Not sure what was happening there. I do feel like they might have gotten into something. That seems to be the consensus of everyone I asked. So over the week, I put out some feed on this hive. I put some Hive Alive on there and some pollen patties, hopefully to boost them up and get them going. And they do look like they're a little bit more active now. Not by much though, because I don't think there's much going on for them to bring in right now. That's the reason why I fed them also, just to help them out through this dearth that we're going through. The video that's going to follow this introduction shares a little bit of insight on what I saw when I got into the hive and was checking it out. I also put some feed, I think it was 2 days ago, on my stronger hive. I put out some pollen patties on it. They're still strong. They're still going at it. I don't fear anything's happening with them, but I did want to feed them as well, just because of the season that we're in right now with nothing coming in. So stay tuned, watch the rest of the videos that I've got showing you some pictures and some things that I saw when I inspected on August the 14th, I think it was. And leave me some comments, let me know what you think. This is my first year, of course, like I've been saying. I'm learning as I go. Studied for a year before I even got my first hive, so I kind of know some of the things that should go on in a hive. But when you see something that nobody else has ever seen, you just don't know what to think. So I lean on my beekeeper community to help me out. So if you know of anything, or if I've missed something that I should be doing, please let me know in the comments. And also, if you like this kind of content, please hit the like button and subscribe. I love telling Lakin when we have more new subscribers. Thank y'all for watching. So this inspection was done on August the 14th to my small hive, which we named Ruby. That was the name that Lakin gave the hive. It's just a 1 deep right now, 10 frames. And as you can see in some of the photos, the queen's just not laying. I did not see but just like a handful of capped brood cells. I mean, not many at all. There was plenty of nectar, hardly any capped honey. Just not looking good at all. Just not looking like there's anything happening here. Very weak hive. Not sure what's going on. So, just each frame just was more disappointing than the previous one. So I'm hoping that I really can get this hive built back up with the feed that I put on there after I did this inspection. I feel like the queen has just failed. I think she's just not gonna make it. And it's too late in the season, in my opinion, to requeen her right now, but if I have to, I absolutely will. And I hope I've got some beekeeper friends that I can get a queen from, if necessary, that's already made it, because I'm sure that would be out of the question this late in the day. But as you can see, they're in there, they're eating the honey, depositing honey. Nectar, I'm not sure which. But each frame looked like this. They had plenty of nectar, but not hardly any pollen, just a little bit on each frame, not much. And this spotty brood pattern, I just don't know what to think about it. I just don't understand why the queen's not laying like she should. I tried to find eggs, couldn't see any eggs. Doesn't mean they weren't there. I just don't have the best eyesight, and it's just really hard to see. I tried to take pictures and blow them up to see, and I didn't see any. I just don't think she's laying. Not sure why they haven't done something about it and took care of it on their own. So I don't know, but they're just existing. They're not really thriving as a colony. So yeah, let me know what you see. If you see anything in these frames that I might have missed, let me know. I would love to hear your opinion on what I've got going on with this hive. It's just been a real mystery to me. And she's been weak from the beginning. She never did exactly like I thought she would coming in, being a new queen this year. I just am really disappointed in it. I don't know how I could have made it any better. I thought I was doing things as we should, but like everybody knows, bees don't read the rule book, so they do their own thing on their own time. But I do feel like as a colony, the worker bees would have taken care of her if she were truly failing. So it's just strange. And this brood pattern is just crazy. It's just, like I said, it's just a handful of capped brood, and that's all I saw. So sometime in the last few weeks, she's just not doing. She's just not doing. And there were, I don't know if I took pictures of it or not. I can't remember if there's pictures of it. But there were some spaces that could be used for the queen to lay in. I think I showed you only the frames that had anything going on with them. But there were some empty frames, and there were some places where the bees could build up more comb on it if they needed it. They haven't done that either. So it's just the strangest colony. She just isn't flourishing. She just isn't doing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have Ruby next year or not. We may have a new queen in place to winter and start off spring, hopefully stronger and better. But I am going to try to build them up as best I can, feed them as much as I can, and see what I get. And you can see the nectar in all the cells just glistening here. It's I don't know. It just is the strangest thing. They're not capping the honey. They're not bringing in a lot of pollen, it doesn't look like. I mean, there was a few frames that had some pollen stores in it, but not much. A few corners on a couple of frames had capped over honey. She's just not doing. And like I said, there was no young larvae that I saw or any eggs. The only brood I saw was the capped brood. And this frame here, I think this is the one. They're building it out, but the only thing they were putting in it was a little bit of nectar on one part of it. So I don't know if she was waiting for them to build out frames to lay. I just don't know. And during this inspection, I did not lay eyes on the queen herself. I did not see her in the colony. I'm sure she was there. I just didn't spot her, didn't get a picture of her. Here's a frame with a little bit of stuff in it, but not much. And I don't know if they were on the point of starvation, maybe, and cannibalized the baby brood and the larvae. I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing. Hopefully my feed with the pollen patties and the Hive Alive will help that situation if that were the case. And just more nectar. It's just like they had plenty of nectar. It's just that's it. That was the most of it. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe.